Have you ever wondered why so many foreign men are not just dating, but marrying Filipinas? Why does it seem like love stories with Filipinas turn into lifelong commitments more than anywhere else in Asia? But before you book your flight or message that sweet girl online, stop. Because not everything is as picture perfect as it seems. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the truth, the good, the bad, and the legally complicated of marrying a Filipina and building a future in the Philippines. If you're thinking about love, legacy, and living abroad, this might just be the most important video you watch. Why foreigners are choosing Filipinas over other Asian women. Filipinas have a reputation around the world for being warm, caring, and family-oriented. But there's more to it. Strong English skills. Unlike many other Asian countries, English is widely spoken, making communication much easier. Catholic/Christian values. This often aligns better with Western culture, which makes family traditions, marriage values, and even holidays more relatable. Natural beauty plus modesty. Many Filipinas embrace a more traditional sense of femininity, often seen as a breath of fresh air by men tired of Western dating dynamics. They value long-term commitment. Most Filipinas are looking for a serious relationship. Love, marriage, and family are high on their priorities, not casual dating. But be aware, some foreigners are drawn in by appearances and miss the deeper cultural and emotional differences. How to spot a scammer or gold digger. Unfortunately, the popularity of Filipinas for marriage also opens the door to fraud. Here's how to protect yourself. Too fast, too soon. If she says she loves you after 2 conversations or calls you my husband after a week, be cautious. She always has an emergency, sick relatives, phone bills, floods, tuition fees. Scammers often test how fast you'll send money. Avoid video calls. If she always has an excuse not to show her face or only chats via text, that's a red flag. She wants a phone or a load first. A request for load, mobile credits, is the classic first step. She has many social media accounts. Scam accounts rotate often and may look legit at first glance. Poorly written English despite claiming to be educated. Some profiles are run by groups, not individuals. Tip: do a reverse image search of her photos to check if they're stolen from another profile. How to tell if she's serious and not about the money. A genuine Filipina shows her intentions not just with words, but with actions. She doesn't ask for money. Real love doesn't come with a price tag. She introduces you to her family. This is a big deal in Filipino culture. If her parents or siblings know about you, it's a sign of trust. She talks about building a life together, not just gifts, but plans for home, family, or even business ideas. She is patient. She's willing to wait for visa processes, travel restrictions, or a long-distance relationship. She keeps communication consistent. You're not just a weekend conversation. She's genuinely curious about you, your past, your future, your health, not just your money. How to deal with in-laws asking for money. Filipino family culture is extremely tight-knit. Once you marry a Filipina, you marry into her family too. Expectation of support. It's not unusual for relatives to ask for help, especially if they know you're financially well off. Set boundaries early. Make it clear with your wife's support that while you're open to helping, you're not an ATM. Create a budget. If you decide to help, agree with your wife on a monthly limit. Don't enable laziness. Support education or emergency healthcare, but avoid funding constant emergencies. Talk directly, but respectfully. Say no firmly, but always with politeness. Honor is everything in Filipino culture. Pro tip: let your wife handle financial talks with her family. It reduces tension and prevents resentment toward you. Understanding family dynamics in Filipino culture. Filipinos are deeply family-oriented, and when you marry a Filipina, you're not just gaining a spouse, you're marrying into a family. It's common for families to live close together or even under the same roof. Elders are respected, and family obligations can be lifelong. Tip: show genuine interest and respect for your Filipina's family. Don't mock or dismiss their values. It will go a long way toward building trust and harmony in your relationship. Religion and spiritual compatibility. The Philippines is predominantly Catholic, with church traditions often playing a central role in family life. Many Filipinas attend Mass regularly and expect their children to be raised with Christian values. Tip: if you're not religious, talk openly about how you'll handle spiritual differences. Even if you're not a believer, attending church occasionally with her family can build goodwill. Legal differences in marriage and divorce. Foreigners often don't realize that divorce is still illegal for most Filipinos unless they are Muslim or the foreign spouse files overseas. The Philippines allows annulment, but it's a long, expensive, and emotionally draining process. Tip: make sure you're really committed before tying the knot. And consult a Philippine-based lawyer about your marital rights and obligations before marrying. Planning for retirement and aging in the Philippines. If you plan to live in the Philippines long term, consider how your needs will change over time. Will you still enjoy the tropical lifestyle as a senior? Will you have access to specialists or senior services? Tip: set aside savings for elderly care and research senior-friendly communities, especially in areas with good hospitals like Cebu City or Metro Manila. Joint property ownership and the anti-dummy law. Under Philippine law, foreigners cannot own land. While you can buy a condo up to 40% of a building, you cannot legally own land in your name. If your wife owns the land and passes away, her family may have rights to it, even if you paid for everything. Tip: use a legal instrument like a long-term lease, usufruct agreement, or incorporate a domestic corporation with safeguards. Again, talk to a qualified real estate attorney in the Philippines. Prenuptial agreements. Do you need one? A prenup might seem cold, but it's often wise. In the Philippines, unless otherwise stated, all property acquired during marriage is considered conjugal. Tip: if you're bringing in significant assets from overseas, a prenup can help ensure those assets remain protected and clearly defined. Do you need a will or worry about inheritance tax? This is one of the most overlooked but crucial aspects of marrying a Filipina and living in the Philippines. Foreigners cannot own land. You can buy a condo in your name, but not land. Property must be in your wife's name. If she passes away without a proper will, her family can legally inherit everything, including the land you paid for. Inheritance tax. Yes, the Philippines has an estate tax. Rates vary but can go up to 6% of the total estate value. Have a legal will in the Philippines. It must comply with Philippine law and be notarized. Use a trust or long-term lease. Some expats use a legal workaround to protect their homes, such as a 50-year lease or corporate setup. Always consult a Filipino lawyer before buying property or marrying. It's worth the peace of mind. Emergency exit strategy. Life is unpredictable. Political shifts, natural disasters, or personal emergencies can change your plans in an instant. Tip: keep an updated passport, emergency funds, and a valid visa for your home country or another safe haven. Also consider enrolling in your country's embassy notification system in the Philippines. Other tips from foreigners who made it work. Visit before committing. Live there for at least 6 months before deciding to move permanently. Have a backup plan. Always have savings and a return plan, just in case things go wrong. Learn basic Tagalog. A few words go a long way in building trust and relationships. Stay humble. Flashing wealth will attract the wrong kind of attention. Marrying a Filipina and living in the Philippines can be one of the most rewarding decisions of your life, but only if you go in with your eyes wide open. Real love exists. Thousands of foreign husbands will tell you they found their soulmate here. But so do scams, family drama, legal complications, and unexpected cultural differences. So take your time, ask questions, get legal advice, travel, and most of all, make sure the love is real on both sides. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Let us know in the comments. Are you planning to marry a Filipina? Or have you already? What's been your experience so far? See you in the next video.